With the removal of the recycled plastic track bed and a concrete base put in, Ambercross Junction is starting to change its shape and its look. Also, as you may have heard or seen in some of my previous posts, I've been hit by box blight, and as I'd spent many years cultivating and trying to get a feel for a different feel on the railway with box lining it and the locos and trains disappearing into a box, basically cutting, really, boxes cutting, that has now had to be removed because of this awful disease called box blight, which is really a little moth lays its eggs in the box, and the caterpillars come from the eggs and they chomp away at the box, and it doesn't stand a chance. I've been fighting it for 2 years, and really I've been fighting a losing battle. I've been told by various plantsmen that they've stopped producing or propagating boxes because of this box blight epidemic. But they did recommend another plant to take its place, and that is this lovely little plant here, which is called Ilex crenata, or Japanese holly. It's very sturdy and hardy, I'm led to believe. Well, we shall see. But this has only been in a few days, and already you can see there's fresh growth coming, little light green shoots on the plants. Well, that's a good sign. I'm really pleased with that. But this, of course, was originally a boxes hedge that defined the edge of the path and the railway, because you may remember there was a turntable here, which is now over here, with the loco shed, which has got to be repainted to match the green of the good shed behind it. That was removed and put over the other side. That was seen in the previous post, and I built a raised border here with broken bits of brick and slabs, and made an interesting border of it, really, or raised border defining the sunken garden. You notice here there's a big pile of ash. Well, that's what all remains of and over the other side, I'll show that in a minute, of the box, which I was advised to burn and not put in the recycle bin, because it will spread it. If the box blight, that is, it will spread it, and the only way to kill it is to burn it. So, having planted the ilex, or the Japanese holly, I'm defining the line with log roll and planted a few little plants of the ilex here, and in front of that you see a couple of 3 different firs, which I'm hoping will grow up and make a completely different feel for Ambercross at this point. And behind it you may see there's a slab there, and that slab is going to be part of a path that goes around the back, so you can access the line rather than leaning across the border. You can actually get to the back of the line by going up these steps here and along the top and down. And whilst I've been getting rid of the box and reshaping Ambercross, certain areas of my garden have taken a bit of a hit and a back seat, but that will be sorted in the next few days. Coming round the bend to Ambercross itself, that has really changed. As you can see, well, obviously you can see because I'm pointing the camera at it, there's no box here at all. There's no boxes. All the way down, it all had to come out. And I mentioned about ash earlier, and there's a bit more of it there, which will be dug into the ground here. And I've used a log roll to mark the path over the bag fair. And the village, the back of the village, it'll hold up the back of the village, or the back of the buildings that I've put in, and I've removed them and resited them basically, instead of they coming down and round like here, and now go along the back and see the pub is sat in a lucky little back street. Station master's house and a couple of buildings here. There's a little bit more work to do, but I'm intending to bring the buildings along here and to the grapevine and stopping it there at the grapevine, and maybe planting up a few plants in here. I haven't got to make that decision for a while yet. I've got too much to do to worry about that, and of course it's getting a bit late now to put in plants, but we'll see. So Amblecross has taken on a completely new look, and sometimes it doesn't hurt to reshape things and freshen them up, but I think I was forced rather by the advent of box blight. Here, where I've got the turntable and the loco shed, you may remember there was a large contorted hazel here, and it absolutely dominated this part of the garden. Well, I took that out in the winter and I built this. I'll move around the garden and show you what I mean. Now, you walk down here, and this was your cupboard, basically, for the contorted hazel, which is a massive plant, which it grew and grew and grew, because when these things you put in are small, you don't actually see them getting bigger. And well, and in the end, it got so big, I thought, well, that's got to come out. It's a bit like that copper beech there that's growing up. It's a lovely plant. I can't see it getting much higher than that because I've got other trees in the garden which I don't want dominated by the, over-dominated, if you like, by the copper beech. Anyway, look, I put a beech hedge in here in the winter time, so it kind of gives a face to the back of Amblecross Junction railway yard, or MPD, and looking over the top. See where that's all starting to take shape. It's all starting to be more natural again, which is all very good for me, because I do like change, but sometimes, as I said earlier, I don't like it forced on me too much. Right, so we'll walk down the garden a little bit more now, and I'll take you down to where the Miller's Bar is, over there. Now, there was, again, a rather large box planting, well, not a large, but the whole area was defined by box all along here, from the viaduct all the way along to the corner there, and also in here there was a box, so you didn't see the two lines. When it grew up, it kind of the locos disappeared and the trains disappeared off down the garden to run alongside the River Amber. Well, I was heartbroken, to be honest, that I had to dig out all this box. I think I took out in total 40 plants, all of which have been burnt in 3 bonfires over a few days, much to the annoyance of my neighbours, but I did apologise before, or I apologise after, and before. I put a notice up on a WhatsApp group for the area, and they understood, because somebody else had said that they got box as well, so box blight, so they were having to do the same thing as I was. So I've replaced the box with this little plant here. Now, this is New Zealand Gold Hebe, and it's a nice little plant, and already, and it's only been in a few days, already it's growing, so I'm rather hopeful that it'll grow up a lot quicker than even the box did. But when it's fully established, it will end up looking a little like that. Now, it's called New Zealand Gold because you look at that tops, it's gold. It's a lovely colour, and in the winter it does stand out as being gold, because I suppose in New Zealand our winter is their summer and and their summer is our winter. So there we are. That's now showing signs of being gold, and it looks really nice set against the heuchera sitting alongside it, and the other heuchera, of course, which is that one there. So if I spin back again, that will all take about a year, I suppose, to fill up and become similar to where I had the boxes in there. On this part here, further developments are planned. I'm going to be building a rough stone wall, or actually it's broken up paving slab, so I should make into a little wall. That will be removed, but that's just sitting there. That's a spare pedestal. They are actually bird bath pedestals I've used to support the line. When I first started Ambercross, which was back in 2014, I had concrete gravel board sitting on there, and just a straight line. That's all I had, just a straight line to there, nothing else. And they were supporting the concrete gravel boards, which I don't use now. I did find out afterwards they curve because of the well, I should have known it anyway, being in the construction industry, but I'd completely forgot about the pre-stressed concrete. It curves because it's under stress. So I took all that out, I don't know, just pre-COVID, I think it was. We always seem to manage to measure everything by pre-COVID, don't we, or post-COVID. Well, I suppose it was a big thing in all our lives, so it had to be that way. I took it all out, and I used high quality decking, which I painted with the saddle-ins grey, just to take the woody look off it. In some places in the garden it still exists, the woody look, so it goes silver anyway. And I put artificial grass there. So as you have already seen, Ambercross Junction Railway is starting to take on a different persona. Looking down the garden, I'm quite buoyed up with the coming appearance, if you like, in the next 2 years. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.